Oh my God, what a tragedy. You know what I'm saying? But what's good, YouTube, man? It's your boy, man, Jack Willie Silly, man, aka Mr. Take It Easy for you ends up like Beezy. But make sure y'all follow my Twitch, man. Subscribe to my second channel. Everything you know about your boy Jay is in the description down below. And me just looking at this scenery, you know, me just looking at the screen right now, you know, it makes me want to explore the world. You know what I mean? And that's one thing that I vow to myself. And that's one promise that I make to myself is I have to see the entire world before I die. I have to. I only get one life to live. One life to live. I have to see Japan. I have to see China. I have to see, it's so much of the world. So much of God's beautiful word. It's like, God, I gotta see God, please. Please, Lord, do not, you know, return. Please. You ain't gonna listen to me anyway. He ain't gonna listen to me anyway. He gonna return when he wanna return. You know what I'm saying? But God, man, just please don't let me die, all right? You know what I mean? Don't let me die before I see the whole world. I gotta travel before seeing the whole world. You know what I'm saying? I gotta see the 50 states of the United States. You know what I'm saying? But you know, man, it's just, man, I just want to explore, man. You know what I'm saying? But bro, the day that almost ended the world, if all my new subscribers, if all my new viewers, if y'all do want to watch videos such as these right here, it is in the True Stories playlist section. You know what I'm saying? Over yonder, you know, like I tell y'all, I'll be having to say the same thing. I know my old subscribers probably be like, dang, JD, we understand. It's in the playlist section. But I get new subscribers every day, like literally every day. And let me go ahead and thank y'all for the huge accomplishment. You know what I'm saying? I'm learning how to be grateful for what I have now, so God can bless me in the future. You know, so many people, you know, are focused on what they do not have rather than what they do have. So I appreciate y'all, bro. First of all, Lord and Savior, you know, God, I gotta appreciate you for giving me this opportunity again. You know what I'm saying? I got banned the first time and I felt like I needed that ban. If y'all new subscribers and new viewers didn't know about my history, I was close to 100,000 and basically I was worldly. You know, when you're chosen, God not gonna let you run away from that. You know, you got certain people that can't succeed without God, you know what I mean? But the success is never gonna be fulfilling because, you know, you're always gonna be missing something. You know, that's why you see rich people always saying that money don't buy happiness, you know, because they have a lot of money and don't be happy. But it's a few are called, but, you know, and a few are chosen. And honestly, I do feel like I'm chosen, whether you think so or not. I think so, you know, so I'm just one of the people that God would not allow to have success without him. You know what I mean? So my channel did get banned close to 100K when I was not close to God at all. My YouTube channel was not God-centered. Yeah, most definitely if I would have had that channel, if I would have kept that channel, most definitely I would have went to hell. You know what I'm saying? Most definitely. So just thank him for just you know, giving me another chance, because honestly, we don't deserve nothing. We don't even deserve to live. You know what I mean? So I just got to thank God, bro, for giving me another chance on this platform and for bringing you to me. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate that, man. 20K subscribers, that's a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about being grateful for what I have now, not about what I did have, but what I have now. You know what I'm saying? Because I could have been gone forever. You know what I'm saying? But God did the impossible and made a way for me to be standing in front of y'all today. So 20,000, that's a lot of dang people, bro. So I appreciate God. First of all, got to thank God and my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. And I got to thank y'all as well for helping me to hit 20,000. It's crazy I hit 20,000 on Thanksgiving Day. You know what I mean? So I appreciate y'all for the 20K. 7,000 on Twitch as well. So, you know, we're slowly growing, you know, but we're growing. You know, that's all that matters. But anyways, we're going to start the video the day that almost ended the world, man.
March 11th, 2011. A routine Friday.
2011?
The deadliest day
Holy
in modern
crap.
Japan. But it was only the beginning.
It's real.
An army that sent a giant wall of water racing towards the
Dang.
coast.
A sudden explosion occurred. Something that shouldn't have happened. From that moment, the disaster threatened not just Japan, but the entire world.
It is a fact in this part of Japan that at this moment in time, there are not enough living to take care of the dead.
This happened in Japan. I just did something. Was it Japan? No, it was Hong Kong.
The first warning
Hong Kong
signs appeared on March 9th, 2011, 2 days before the disaster. 11:45 a.m. A 7.2 magnitude earthquake.
I'm tweaking, y'all. Hong Kong, China, right? Hong Kong. Hey Siri, where is Hong Kong located? Let me see right quick. Hong Kong is in China or Japan? It's in China. I'm sorry, y'all. Hold on. I got. Where is Hong Kong? Where's okay? China. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all, bro. I was getting mixed up, bro. With Japan is Hong Kong and Japan is China.
Off the coast of Sanriku, Japan, shaking buildings and briefly alarming residents. It was powerful, but not unusual for a country accustomed to tremors. 3 more earthquakes occurred on the same day, in the same area.
3 more?
Each with a magnitude exceeding 6.0.
Oh, what?
Life quickly returned to normal, and still, no one knew this was the Earth's first whisper before the roar. 11th of March 2011. 2:45 p.m. Japan's earthquake early warning system detected the initial P waves through over 1,000 seismometers spread across the country and immediately issued an emergency earthquake warning. As a result, high-speed trains came to a halt, factories shut down their machinery, and children in schools were instructed to take cover. Only when the ground began to tremble did they realize something was wrong. But by then, it was already too late.
Cranes up there. They're shaking like crazy. This is massive.
Wow.
2:46 p.m. A 9.1 magnitude underwater megathrust earthquake occurred in the northwestern Pacific Ocean.
Move out the way! Move out the way, man! I'm constantly looking at it. That pisses me off. What is you doing?
East of the Oshika Peninsula of Tohoku, Japan, and the tremors were felt throughout the country and even beyond.
The terrifying moment.
Point die! Holy crap!
A super earthquake and nowhere to hide.
It's literally nothing you can do. Like that's one thing that humans think. Humans always think they got control over something, bro. This is just something you don't have control. I say, everybody take cover! Everybody take cover! You know what I'm saying? Like you don't have control. Like humans don't have control like they think they do. Literally, like we are a small speck in a big galaxy. Humans just think they can control everything, bro. This is something that you just cannot control. This is out of your control, man. Point die and take cover. Now, I mean, not all looking around. Who's going to say? Nobody's going to save you. This is something that no human can control. This is beyond humanity. This is out of our league, bro. Just go find cover and try to find a way to survive. Don't be looking around like, who's going to save us? Who's going to save us? Where's our government? Your government's not coming. Your government can't control this one. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, just take cover and try to survive.
The most terrifying part was that this was only the beginning. Since Kurihara City, Miyagi Prefecture, was closest to the epicenter, it experienced the strongest shaking, a 7 intensity on the JMA scale. However, very strong tremors were also felt in Iwate, Fukushima, Ibaraki, and Tochigi prefectures.
And I ain't know nothing about this.
Tokyo, which is about 232
Y'all see how big the world is? That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. United States of America is not the world. You see how big the world is? I knew nothing about this. Whole time we was probably playing kickball. You know, probably playing throw them up, bust them up, probably having a good time in America. Whole time Japan finna die. The whole Japan finna go extinct. We ain't knowing what the heck going on. We thinking everything normal. Playing kickball, all type of stuff. Watching Disney Channel. This happened in 2011, so we were kids during the time. You know what I mean? Watching Disney Channel the whole nine, having a good time in America. Them folks right there shaking and baking. Japan is finna be extinct, and we out there watching Disney Channel.
From the epicenter also witnessed the Earth's wrath as high rises continued to sway for minutes. But that's not all. Kyoto and Osaka, which are hundreds of miles away in western Japan, also reported noticeable tremors. Outside Japan, Parts of China, Russia, and Taiwan also felt the quake. In fact, it was so intense that seismic instruments detected it across the entire globe. The tremors were so strong that they caused the Earth to wobble about 7 inches on its axis. For 6 endless minutes, the Earth did not stop. During this time, Japan realized that no technology could predict and stop what nature had awakened.
Exactly.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
The first thing that people are gonna say is, oh my God. I'm telling you. First thing, even atheists gonna say it. Oh my God. I'm telling you, it's a lot of people that say, oh my God, but don't believe. No, don't call God now. Don't say, oh my God now. No, don't say, oh my God now. You don't believe in God. Don't say, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. No, don't say, oh my God now. No, he ain't coming. No, don't say it now. Don't call out to God now. Don't do it now. Talk all that junk you've been talking. I feel like God sometimes be teasing us. Let me just go and shake the earth right quick. I feel like God be playing some games sometimes. I feel like he be teasing. Let me go and just show him. Let me just go in and just show him I can destroy them at any minute. Let me go and shake. Look at them. Look at these little ants. Look at them. Panicking. I can destroy them anytime I want. Yeah, shake, shake, shake. I feel like God really be like, I feel like God is a very, because we are made in his image, right? You know what I'm saying? So we're made in his image. So I just feel like God has humor. I don't know. I just feel like he has humor. I feel like he be playing around. Like I told y'all, I be looking up at clouds sometimes. I see animals in cloud. Like y'all probably don't think I see clouds looking like animals. I see, am I the only cloud watcher? None of y'all watch clouds? You telling me I see rabbits in the sky. I don't see real rabbits in the sky. I'm telling you, clouds be looking like rabbits. I told you sometimes I be getting scared of I get scared of clouds, gang, sometimes. That junk be looking too real. I'm talking about I seen dragons. You know what I mean? Clouds looking like dragons. Y'all don't, I'm telling you, I'm a huge cloud watcher, bro. I watch clouds OD. And I'm telling you, God just be drawing things. I feel like God be bored sometimes. I'm gonna draw a rabbit. You know, rabbit. Let me draw a dragon. I feel like God be drawing, bro. Real talk, just to be scared. Okay, let me scare them right quick. You know, I don't know. I feel like he has humor. You know what I'm saying? That's me, honestly. So, you know, I just feel like this guy just shaking and baking a little bit, you know, but the devil comes to steal, kill, and destroy. So, you know, anything that destroys, anything that kills isn't God. So, you know what I mean? But I feel like God teases sometimes. But the first thing when people are in panic, the first thing when people are in trouble, the first thing you're going to hear people say is, oh my God. You can't help it. I just never understood it. And I'm telling you, it's a lot of people that say, oh my God, but don't believe in God. I don't understand that. Why you don't say, oh my nature? Why you don't say, oh my meatball? Why you don't say, oh my something else? You don't believe in God. Why do you say, oh my God? I don't understand that. But you're atheist. Junk don't be making sense to me, man. You don't believe in God, but you say, oh my God? Why would I say something I don't believe in? Literally, 2 people done said, oh my God, why this?
Oh my god.
Oh my god. This is weird. I've never experienced the ground shaking like that.
Are you going to experience that wrath?
Mother and child were at home when the ground shook violently. Everything around her began to shake violently, and she immediately realized that it was a major earthquake. She quickly grabbed her son and ran outside.
Why are you going outside?
Stop soon.
You going outside like that's going to stop something. Let's get out. You better in. I mean, I ain't gonna say you better inside, but
she saw more and more people running out of their homes, each of them desperately trying to help their loved ones.
What are you gonna do?
She and her son survived the earthquake, but the worst was yet to come. Under the ocean, tension had been building for centuries, and on that,
I don't care what nobody say. The ocean is space. I don't care what nobody say. I ever watched Battle of Los Angeles? I'm telling you, I feel like it's aliens in the ocean. I feel like it's things in the ocean that we just cannot see, that we don't know that exists. I'm telling you, it's some. I reacted to a video of the top, I think it was the top 10 most deadliest creatures in the ocean. It was either top 10 or top 15 or top 20. It was one of those three. Bro, the stuff that I seen in that ocean, bro, I didn't even know half of that junk existed. You had the great white shark and all that. If you thinking that the great white shark is the only thing in that ocean, I'm telling you, y'all, I seen some things in that video that blew my freaking mind. Half of the animals that were named in that video, I never seen a day in my life. That ocean has some unknown creatures we never seen before. I'm telling you, that ocean, man. Talking about some space. Yeah, that's space.
Day, it broke through.
The bottom underneath is still shaking. We were just driving and the car was shaking from left to right. It's amazing. It's amazing. Everything was
amazing. It's amazing.
Really strong. You can see still the cables up there.
How is that amazing?
Moving.
When silence returned, Japan did not yet know that the real hell was just happening. Japan's main island, Honshu, had been pushed 7.9 feet eastward, while parts of the coastline had sunk nearly 3 feet, swallowed slightly deeper by the sea.
Dang.
Most of Japan's modern buildings survived, but a significant portion of older structures suffered various types of damage.
Hey.
With oil refineries
Look at this.
fire under the strong shaking. The Cosmo oil refinery suffered a worse fate as it burned uncontrollably for days, turning the skyline black with smoke and ash. The most destruction was observed near the epicenter as it bore the full force of the 9-magnitude earthquake. Almost 200 people lost their lives to the earthquake itself, and the cost of destruction was staggering, an estimated $200 billion US. Yet, even in the midst of smoke and rubble, people believed they had survived the worst. But far below the calm-looking Pacific, the real disaster was awakening. Minutes after the earthquake, the ocean began to rise unnaturally. The first...
It's no way. And I gotta say, it's no way y'all look at stuff like this and just don't believe it's a creator out here. It's no way. That's why I be just trying to, people be thinking that life is normal and we're just used to this. Life isn't normal. This junk isn't normal. Earthquakes isn't normal. What you think, the earth shaking by itself is normal? Like, it's no way you're this close-minded to thinking this is normal. Just used to it, bro. It's not normal. Like when it comes to the wind, you can't see the wind. I can feel the wind, but I can't see it. That's not normal. It's not. The earth shaking, the freaking street splitting into twos. It's not normal, man. What we live upon isn't normal. And you got people walking around like this junk just normal. You're just used to it, bro. Nothing about where we're living at is normal. Do you know how big this galaxy is? Do you know we're in the middle of a space freaking floating on a rock? You know we're floating on a rock? Do you know how tiny we are in this galaxy? You think you're so big, but you're really tiny. You know, we live in a galaxy, you can't really talk like that to people who's closed-minded and ignorant. You know what I'm saying? Junk is freaking not normal. It's no way. It's just no way, bro. It's no way, bro. That these people, I keep speaking. It's no way you just don't believe in something, right? It's no way. It's just no way. It's no way, bro.
Ominous sign of a tsunami. 2:49 p.m.
All I'm saying, when it comes to the ocean, what makes the ocean only go a certain length, right? Who makes the people don't just think of that. Who keeps the ocean? These big old waves that come out of the that come from the ocean. Who tells them to go back? Why they don't keep coming forward? What makes them go back, right? You know what I'm saying? How is this one sun warming up the whole earth? How does the sun know when to come up, when to go down? It's just, and you acting like that's normal. It's normal, bro. You acting like that's so normal. People like that is very ignorant. I cannot talk to people like that, and I don't surround myself with people like that. I don't surround myself around people that's ignorant. I'm sorry, I can't talk to ignorant people. I can't talk to stupid people. I just can't. Talking to an ignorant and a stupid person, bro, is like talking to a brick wall. I'm telling you right now. Don't try to talk to no stupid and ignorant person, bro. I'm telling you right now.
The Japan Meteorological Agency issued tsunami warnings. At the time, the maximum estimated wave heights were 20 feet, but a GPS buoy off of Iwate's coast soon detected a terrifying truth. The sea level...
Like, who put all this water right here? Who put all this water right here?
Higher than anyone had imagined.
See, this is what the tsunami... See, that's what the wave's supposed to do for real. You know what I mean? That's what the wave's supposed to do for real. That's what it's supposed to do. But other than the tsunami, okay, when that, what causes the waves to stay back? Because honestly, without the command of something telling these waves to fall back, tsunamis will be taken over by water. Y'all understand that? Do y'all understand the world was made by water? We will be destroyed if God didn't command these waves to stay back. You know, we will be destroyed. You know, this whole world will be flooded. Will be no sign of life. Who commanded these waves to stay back? Who? Just tell me, man. Tell me. Just tell me, bro.
Off of Iwate's coast.
Y'all don't understand. We will die.
Terrifying truth.
We don't control the ocean.
Rising far faster.
This is what happens when command's not there anymore. Look at this. This is what the ocean really supposed to do.
It was a wall.
This is what the ocean really supposed to do. Keep going and going.
Live coverage of a river in Miyagi Prefecture. Tsunami obviously hitting. Water going upwards.
Look at this. We will be destroyed, bro. We would be destroyed. This is what will happen if God didn't command the waves to stay back. This is what the freak will happen right here. We'll be destroyed.
A second tsunami warning.
Look at this.
The tsunami heights to over 33 feet for Miyagi and 20 feet for Iwate and Fukushima.
Heck no.
3:21 p.m. A 26-foot high wave slammed into Miyako in Iwate Prefecture, the closest city to the earthquake's epicenter. Miyako's position along the Sanriku coast, with its deep V-shaped bays, funneled and amplified the tsunami's power, causing it to hit earlier and far more violently than anywhere else. But here's the remarkable part. The Sanriku district had already faced the tsunami's destructive forces before, in 1933 and 1960. And learning from those bitter experiences, protective seawalls were built around the coastal area to protect it from future disasters. It seemed like everything should have been safe, right? But the waves were so high that they crashed down on Sanriku with incredible force that day.
A tsunami that sent a giant wall of water racing towards the coast.
This is crazy.
Tossing cars, boats, and buildings like fragile toys.
This is crazy.
One man heard the sirens and stepped outside, camera in hand, to capture the approaching waves, but nothing could prepare him for what he was about to witness. The ocean was moving faster than anyone imagined.
This is what will happen
neighborhood in seconds
if the waves was not commanded to be back. You think this is normal? Do you really think this is normal?
Swallowing the neighborhood.
Who the freak make all this freaking water? Do you think this is normal? You think this is normal? This ain't normal. This ain't normal. But we look at it like it's normal. This ain't normal. Got a whole bunch of water flooding the freaking town. But this normal though? Get the freak out of here. The freak out of here, bro.
In seconds, he quickly moved towards higher ground.
You got sharks and everything in that water right now. You know how dangerous it is to get inside that water right now. You got all type of animals, all type of objects in that water.
Soon realized that he wasn't high enough. The water kept rising, and the waves turned deadly, tearing houses from their foundations. He survived the tsunami, but a ticking bomb just 100 miles away,
look at this,
was about to change his country's fate forever. 3:22 p.m. One coastal region after another was struck by massive waves that swept from Aomori Prefecture to Chiba Prefecture. Each town in the tsunami's path suffered extensive destruction as buildings, ports, and homes were torn apart by the force of water. The seawalls built to protect Japan's coastal cities proved no match for the tsunami's sheer weight and power. In Rikuzen Takata, waves rose high as a 3-story building. At
Three-story?
The water reached 124 feet.
At
Moe Anayoshi in Miyako City, it climbed to nearly 131 feet, wiping out everything in its path. This was the highest tsunami wave ever recorded in Japan, which means that many residents had no place to run or hide.
These images from Japanese TV show the terrible power of the water, sweeping away whole shipping containers and crushing buildings like tin cans.
3:25 p.m. Surging water swept through coastal towns, leaving behind vast stretches of wreckage. Kuji and the southern part of Ofunato were among the hardest hit, with entire neighborhoods reduced to rubble. Across a 420-mile stretch of Japan's eastern coast, from Erimo in Hokkaido to Owarai in Ibaraki, the devastation was catastrophic, much of it occurring within the first hour after the earthquake struck. About 200 people, teachers, children, and parents were sheltering from the earthquake inside the Noeru school building.
The teacher was like, let's go check the classrooms to make sure everyone's okay and start getting everyone to the gym.
They believed the worst was over, unaware that the ocean was preparing a
This ain't the worst?
merciless strike.
This ain't the worst?
Helmet on, he ran in and he was like,
what the freak?
And then the principal was like, okay, everyone run back to the school. And he said he saw a wall of water coming. So he's like, everyone run back inside.
The tsunami tore through the school like a raging beast, smashing walls and sweeping away everything and everyone in its path. Risking his life, David Shum tried to save as many as he could, pulling children and adults from the chaos of water and debris.
I saw like one of my kids, like he was like struggling, so I grabbed him, I grabbed his shirt, and I was able to like pull him over to the side, and he was able to grab onto the railing, and I helped heave him over, and I saw like a big desk with like 4 or 5 of my kids like hanging on to it. And they were like saying, you know, they were shouting like, help me, help us, help us. And finally I was able to like grab a hold of the desk and pull it closer to me, and then I was able to grab them one by one, and we were able to get them over.
We find the toys.
See, I'm one of them people, bro. It's like, look, I'm gonna say this, and this is what it is. You know what I mean? It is what it is, but this is how I feel, and this is what it is. You know, me dying, you know, it's gonna be even more sadder, right? I'm kind of like a every man defends for themselves in this situation. Like, if I feel like I cannot save you, I will not save you. You're like, if I see it's no way out, help me, Jay, help me, Jay. There's somebody named Jay around here. Somebody else named Jay. You say me, Jay, me? Yeah, it's kind of a little too far, and you got these big old waves coming out. I'm gonna go get some help, shout it. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't help you. That's what it is. I'm not finna risk my life, you know what I mean, to save others when I feel like it's not a possibility to save you. I'm not trying to be a hero. I'm trying to survive. I ain't trying to be no hero. I'm trying to survive. This right here, that what is happening around us is not, it's above humanity. You know what I mean? It's above humanity. You feel me? So it just, for me, I'm be on something like every man defends for themselves. If you're with me, every man defend for themselves. You know what I mean? But if I need help, yes, I want you to help me. Yes. I know it's a weird thing of what, Jay? How does that work? I don't know. If I need help, I want you to help me. But if you need help, scur off the law. Did you miss me? Because I know she wants to kiss me. So we're analogy. You know what I'm saying? But that's how it is, and that's what it is. If I need help, I want you to help me. But if you need help, scur off the law. And a lot of y'all that way too. See some big old waves coming at you. What you gonna do? You finna help them? Let's be honest. You see big old thick waves coming at you. 3-story tall waves coming at you. What you finna do? You finna be a hero and try to save them 5 people, or you finna scur off the lot? I can promise you, you're finna scur off the lot. I know I'm finna scur off the lot. I ain't finna sit up here and lie to you. They dead. They dead like a donut. They dead, folks. They dead. I ain't gotta think twice. Oh, shoot, I'll see you in heaven. Now I say, hey, man, tell me how Jesus look, all right? I'm you know, hey, man, I'm gonna pray for you, man. Condolences. Say a little something to him when I scur off the lot. But you must be dang out your mind think I'm finna save them people.
Books, the shoes of the children piled inside with care.
See them thick old waves coming to me. You think I'm finna go save them kids? F them kids.
People were in school that day. 74 children and staff were killed.
Oh my goodness.
For the few who survived,
jeez,
the true ordeal was only beginning.
Look at this, look at this. This not even the worst thing. Look at this. And you telling me I'm finna try to save people in this?
30 minutes after
this is out of my hands.
Struck the town,
this is out of my hands.
Floodwaters began.
This is out of my hands.
The receding water moved with almost the same force.
Look at this.
When it came in,
praise at your mom.
Debris, vehicles, and collapsed buildings back into the ocean.
Even mama home.
People who had clung to debris or floated on rooftops during the flooding were mercilessly swept away with a powerful current. Others who had fled to higher ground helplessly watched their broken houses being pulled away into the sea. It was in this moment that people realized the true extent of the devastation. Entire stretches of low-lying land remained submerged, making rescue operations nearly impossible. By the end of the day, more than 18,000 people had lost their lives, out of which several thousand bodies of victims were never recovered. The aftermath was unbearable to witness. Entire towns had vanished, replaced by silence and debris. 2 sons combed through the wreckage for their family, only to find their mother inside her car, lifeless, beside their niece and nephew.
There is no place to put this many bodies. The morgues are completely full. And frankly, there aren't enough people to move them. It is a fact in this part of Japan that at this moment in time, there are not enough living to take care of the dead.
The devastating tsunami did not stop at Japan's shores. It burst from the epicenter, racing across the Pacific Ocean at nearly 500 miles an hour.
Are you telling me it's not a God out there, y'all? Come on, man. Come on, man. Golly, man. Look at this. Oh, let's look at this. You think I'm finna go in the middle of that right there? Who put this here? That's all I'm trying to say. And I'm keep reverting back to atheism. I feel like it's some atheists. Who put this here? All my atheists that's watching this, who put this here? I say this again, I'm gonna say it before. You believe in the impossible, atheists. I'm sorry, every time I look at the creation, I just gotta thank God. I gotta revert back to God. I'm like, you really have ignorant people walking around here thinking that nobody created the world, thinking that this world formed itself. Like, and that's what I'm like, when it comes to atheists, it's funny to me. I'm like, you know, there was one atheist talking about live out his truth. I'm like, bro, you living a lie. You ain't living no truth. What truth are you living? You're just scared of what is real. See, that's what when it comes to atheists, they just scared of me changing their whole lifestyle. I exposed atheists. I exposed it. Like, all you got to do is ask atheists, bro, and they can't ask this question. I said, when has nothing ever created something? Y'all remember I said that in another video? When has nothing ever created something? They're not going to be able to answer it. Let me live out my truth. That's all they're going to say. Let me live out. They can't answer that question. I tell atheists all the time, you want to shut an atheist up? Tell them, when has nothing ever created something? I say, you believe in the most impossible thing ever. You believe in something that's freaking impossible. You believe that nothing created something. That's all I want y'all to ask atheists. If you ever argue with an atheist that try to say there's no God, tell him when has nothing ever created something, and watch, he ain't gonna say nothing. Tell him who created the world. They're gonna be like the Big Bang Theory, right? And then when they follow up with the Big Bang Theory, tell them when has who created a Big Bang Theory? They ain't gonna be able to answer it. They ain't gonna be able to answer it. Dude, the Big Bang created itself. Oh my God, nothing created something. You believe in the impossible, literally. But you don't believe in God. What I believe in has more evidence than what you believe in. I believe in God. I believe in the creator. I see God every day. I look around. There you go, God right here. I ain't got to look at God. I see God right here. This is proof of a creator right here. The ocean. The ocean ain't just put, this big old water right here wasn't just put here by no reason. You can't tell me that this earth just made the water. Like nothing made this, nothing. Do you know how stupid you sound saying nothing made the ocean? Nothing put this here? When has nothing ever made something? I could have swore you need somebody or something to make something. And people always try to tell me, the atheists love trying to say, well, you never seen God. I told you, bro, I see God every day. This is God right here through his creation. We walk outside every day and see creation. We see proof of creator. We walk around. We see proof of a creator. That's God, bro. God is here. God is the ocean. God is the trees. God is you. You know what I'm saying? I look at you and you prove it correct. You don't even know how you got here. You just spawned in here. You don't even know how you got through with my dad. Your dad ain't do nothing but nut. All your dad do was nut. He ain't form you. All your dad did was nut. He ain't put no creation in you. He ain't put no time in forming you. He just nutted. That's all he did was nut. Talking about he created you. He ain't create nothing. He just nutted. That's all he did. Nut. You feel me? But this right here, I don't care what nobody say. I be having to get into discussions about atheism and God. And this right here is insane. There's no way you look at this right here.
Center,
look, there's no way you look at this and you think no creator's out there. I'm sorry. If you look at this and you just think there's no creator, you look at this like this normal, you're ignorant. I can't hang out with people like you. I can't even talk to people like, there's no way you're looking. So this is normal. You telling me that this is normal right here?
Japan shores. It burst from the epicenter, racing across the
this normal
ocean at nearly 500.
Bro, this a bunch of water, bro. This normal? It's a bunch of water moving on its own. But this normal though. Freak out my face.
Hour.
What, the water just spawned in here?
Waves struck Hawaii and the Aleutian Islands of Alaska.
Freak out my face.
Reaching California and Oregon.
Oh, shoot.
In Crescent City, the waves destroyed the harbor. Docks were torn.
This joint was coming to the U.S.?
Smashed. And damage reached $25 to $30 million. In Santa Cruz,
this joint really was trying to destroy the whole world.
And losses
dang
$17 million. After 18 hours, the tsunami even reached Antarctica. A foot-high wave broke off part of the Salzburger ice sheet.
Dang!
But while everyone was trying to comprehend the scale of the catastrophe, a more deadly crisis was unfolding at the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant. The site had silently turned into a ticking time bomb waiting to explode. The power plant is located in Okuma and Futaba towns, Fukushima Prefecture, on Japan's east coast. When the earthquake struck at 2:46 p.m., the plant lost its main power supply when transmission lines went down, so the reactor switched to emergency diesel generators to keep the cooling systems running and prevent overheating. Inside the plant, Atsufumi Yoshizawa, an engineer responsible for reactors 5 and 6, had no idea that what seemed under control in just 55 minutes would turn into a full-scale catastrophe. A 49-foot-high tsunami wave struck the Fukushima coast, towering over the plant's 19-foot seawall and overwhelming everything in its path. The wave flooded the plant, destroying diesel generators and electrical systems in the basements. Within seconds, the facility was plunged into darkness. Cooling stopped, and the temperature in the reactors began to rise rapidly. The emergency signals coming to Yoshizawa were getting worse and worse. At that moment, he realized that the situation was getting out of control, and the station was on the verge of disaster. The Japanese government quickly ordered the first evacuation within a 1.9-mile radius of the power plant. Residents in the 2 to 6 mile zone were told to stay indoors, but as radiation levels spiked, the evacuation zone was expanded to a 6-mile radius. 7:30 p.m. Despite desperate attempts by engineers to reduce the pressure, the reactor continued to heat up rapidly. By morning, the temperature had reached critical levels, and internal components of the reactor began to melt, bringing disaster closer. 12th of March 2011, 3:36 p.m. A hydrogen explosion ripped through the first unit.
It's crazy.
Off the roof of
this is crazy.
Building. It was now clear that the Fukushima nuclear power plant was out of control, and the government quickly expanded the evacuation zone to 12 miles. But the nightmare continued. For 2 days, specialists fought desperately to stabilize the plant. But on March 14th at 11:01, the third unit exploded, even more powerful than the first, causing seismic damage and the release of radioactive waste. And a partial meltdown of the core occurred in the second reactor. On March 15th, 2011, the second unit began to massively release radioactive gases. Although there was no explosion there, this release gave the highest radiation levels. On the same day, a fire broke out in the spent fuel storage area of the fourth unit, which released additional radionuclides into the atmosphere. It was then that Atsufumi Yoshizawa realized that Fukushima had finally turned into a full-scale nuclear disaster.
And the situation's still far from under control. We're hearing radiation levels inside the plant reached as high as 1,000 times the normal level. So what started as a natural disaster has the potential to become an even more threatening man-made disaster.
The power plant had reached its most critical phase, and most people were expecting an evacuation. However, a small group of men, later known as the Fukushima 50, stayed inside the nuclear plant. These men, mostly TEPCO employees, engineers, technicians, and operators, had a terrifyingly clear mission: stabilize the reactors, prevent a full meltdown, and contain the radiation at any cost. The Fukushima 50 were not soldiers or heroes by choice. They were ordinary workers who refused to leave when their country needed them most.
It's frightening. I don't know much about radiation, but I believe that being exposed to large amounts of it meant certain death. So fear is only natural. But counteracting that fear was a sense of duty that all—
Yeah, F that duty, F that duty, F that duty. I'll say, you see, for me, I'm scary. I'm scared. You don't need people like me around. I'm telling you, if you looking for this world to be saved, oh, you all gonna die with Jay in charge. With Jay, I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm scary. All that little be brave, be brave, be a hero. I'm only brave and a hero when it comes to my family. I'm gonna just keep it real with you. When it comes to my family, I'll be a hero then. I'll protect them for sure, but just keep it real. If I don't know you, you're dead. I'm gonna keep it real. If I don't know you, you're dead. You know, and that's sad to say. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? It's not sad to say. It's real to say. F that. It's real to say. You know what I mean? Now, I'm not saying I wouldn't help anybody, like, you know what I mean? But I'm just saying, like, me or you, who you think I'm gonna choose? If it comes down to a me or you situation, who you think I'm gonna choose? You? Well, he has a family. I have a family too. Your family needs you just like my family needs me. So if it comes down to me or you, what do you think I'm going to do? You know what I mean? Come on, man. Hasta la vista. You feel me? And that's every time. You think I'm finna stay in there, bro? I'm finna evacuate. Hey, man, I'm finna get on that bus, man. We're gonna get on that dang bus, finna pack up them bags. I'm finna get on that dang bus. F this country. Give a dang about this country. I'm trying to survive. I'm not trying to be no hero. Get me out of here, pack up my bags, and get me on a bus with the rest of them people, and I'm finna evacuate immediately. Finna die for no dang country. Give a dang about this country. F this country. This country is destroyed. Millions of homes, thousands of people done died. It's already destroyed. It's over, brother. It's over. You know what I'm saying? Finna get on that dang bus and I'm finna evacuate with the rest of them people. That's what I'm finna do. I'm scary. I'm scary. I am scary. But me being so scary, it make me smart. Like, I'll be swift. When I'm scary, I think. I turn to, I'm already, I ain't gonna lie, I feel like I'm a genius. I'm not gonna lie to you. Therefore, I feel like I'm like a genius. But bro, when I get scared, I get ultra like genius. I'm not one of the people that tries to be brave and try to be ultra tough. No, when I'm scared, oh, I'm scared. And this right here, I'm scared. So guess what I'm going to do? Be scared? But when I'm scared, I'm smart too. I'm going to get the heck up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Straight like that. Nothing to evacuate.
Remained at the plant for an entire month.
At a tired month.
Under deadly conditions to bring the station under control and restore hope for a safer future. In truth, without the Fukushima 50, the nuclear disaster could have been far worse, and the world might look very different today. Neo Kimura lived with his wife and 2 daughters next door to his parents. When the tsunami struck, the waves swept away his father, his wife, and his youngest daughter, 7-year-old Yuna. All that remained was the empty foundation where their home once stood.
This is a shoe she was wearing that day, which was found in a heap of rubble 6 months after the disaster.
Unfortunately, there was no time to mourn his family, as Neo had to vacate the area due to the looming threat from the Fukushima power plant. More than a decade later, the remains of all 100.
This is crazy. I never knew nothing about this. Y'all ever knew anything about this? I ain't know nothing about this, bro. Nah, I mean, it's good that I'm informing you and informing myself. Nah, I mean, I'm gonna keep it real, bro. I'm gonna keep it easy. I know nothing about this. Nothing at all. It's my first time ever hearing about this. Ever.
Found. All except for Yuna.
It's ridiculous.
By March 20th, power to the plant had been partially restored, but it took several more weeks before the cooling systems were fully operational. The explosions left behind more than just ruins. Radioactive particles spread across Japan, reaching even the United States and Europe. TEPCO later admitted that over 10,000 tons of contaminated water had leaked into the ocean. The fallout rendered vast areas around the plant uninhabitable, even after years of cleanup. More than 100,000 people remained displaced. The Fukushima disaster became the costliest nuclear accident in history, with expenses exceeding $180 billion. The 2011 Tohoku earthquake was not only the most powerful ever recorded in Japan, its effects were felt around the world, and debris from Japanese towns still wash up on the North American coast, a haunting reminder of that day. More than 120,000 buildings were reduced to rubble. Nearly 20,000 lives were lost, and thousands remain missing. The total damage reached $235 billion, making it the most expensive natural disaster in human history. Japan has risen to its feet once more, but March 11th, 2011 left a scar not only on its land, but on the world's collective memory. A reminder of a power that shows no mercy.
Yeah, man. That's out of humanity's control. You know what I mean? That's something way, way more powerful than, you know, that's something out of humanity's control. Just put it like that. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, man, I'm glad that the people that did survive, I'm glad y'all survived. And the people that did not survive, condolences, man. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't know nothing about this situation until now. You know what I'm saying? So that's crazy that happened. You know what I mean? But anyways, man, see, this is the things that they need to teach us in history. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is history. You know what I'm saying? This is history. 9/11, they taught us this, but this is history. You know, history will be so much better if y'all actually taught us history. You know, we go into history class learning about mummies, King Tut's, you know, all this other unknown, like irrelevant history. You know what I mean? Teach us about history that matters. I'm not saying that King Tut, whatever, doesn't matter, but bro, teach us about history. You know what I'm saying? They pick and choose which history they want to teach us in school. That's why I never paid attention to history. I hated history class. If you're going to talk to us about history, bro, talk to us about history. I love a history teacher that just keep it real about history. Can we just keep it history? You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about history. History is history. Jesus, you know, all that, the resurrection, all that is history. You can go back with Muhammad, you know what I'm saying, with Islam and all. History. Adolf Hitler, that's history. Rosa Parks, Martin Luther King, all that is history. Slavery is history. They don't talk about that in history, do they? You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about all that in history, bro. We don't talk about that, though. Talk about some King Tuts.